Most people think that after they post a piece of content that they're done. Problem with that is if that's all you're doing, you're leaving a ton of money and leads on the table. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 proven ways that you can turn these pieces of content into lead generating machines. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use these as a follow-up tool, okay? So what we can do is we can use these in a few different ways. So number one is like whenever we're booking an appointment, we can share something that's helpful for them, right? So if we're booking, if you talk to a person and they specifically talked about a vinyl fence and they were asking questions about like, because they had the steep hill or whatever, right? And just say you talk to them today, which is Thursday, you're going out tomorrow, Friday. And so what you can use with these pieces of content is just as a simple text message. So it's something as easy as sending a message and be like, hey, super excited for our meeting tomorrow to go over your yard. I actually just thought of this one other property where they had the same problem. So here's the video below, check it out. And then that way when we come out tomorrow, you can kind of see what we are able to do for a yard like yours. And so when you do things like this, it's going to help you be able to build that rapport with the customer, because number one, no one's doing that with, like no other contractor's doing that. And number two, you're able to build up this value for the homeowner where they actually begin to know, like, and trust you. So if you're doing things like this and no one else is, what's going to happen is, like, even if they get like three other quotes, that they're going to feel much more at ease with you because they already know that you can fix the problem for them, whereas the other people, they tell them they can, but there's really no proof that they've done that before. So that's where it really works out. So going on to the next thing. So the next thing you can do with these types of videos and questions and things like that, or jobs like walkthrough videos and things like that, is now you can take these and actually put it towards local awareness ads. So basically what that is where you can take your video and just show it to your area, right? And the nice part with these is if you're just showing it, but you're not setting it up as like a contact form or anything like that, it's literally just an awareness ad, which for Facebook, it means just show it to as many people as possible, is that it's really cheap to do. You're using AI for everything, and so they will show your ads to the right people. So if you're in a video talking about fence or whatever you happen to sell, and they have been talking about getting a fence or looking up a fence or whatever happens to be, they're going to be showing your ad to those people. So it's going to be hyper relevant, right? Of course, they're going to show up to other people as well, but the people that are actively in the market for a fence, they're going to be showing that for them. And just imagine that instead of just asking for the sale of like, hey, this is so-and-so with this fence company, and if you're looking for a fence company, you should use us because of this reason. Those don't really work well. What happens is by doing these types of answering these questions, showing the job site videos and things like that, it's again putting you in the position of the expert in the area. And what's going to happen is like if it's going to be 6 months between now and when they get the fence, if they've seen countless videos of you doing job walk site videos, you showing yourself on camera that you don't look like a crackhead, you know, and you answering questions that they may have had, they know, like, and trust you before they even talk to anyone else. So when they go to call around for fence companies, you're gonna be one of the first people they call. And then when you go out there to the estimate and they see you that they've already seen countless times on video, they already, again, know, like, and trust you, so they're so much more likely to go with you than someone else. And again, why this works. Number one, it's low cost, and like everyone sees you at this point. The number one thing that most people have problems with, and the reason why they don't get all the leads that they want and book all the jobs they want and things like that, is because people don't know who you are. And then the last thing is top of mind. If they see you, and this is why these big companies spend like hundreds of millions of dollars every single year, if the parent is like, oh, I wonder what we should do for dinner, what do you think the kid's going to say if they see your, like, the McDonald's ads over and over and over for days, weeks, months, and years? They're going to say, I want McDonald's. So the next thing is you're going to, like, the way these work as well is you're able to retarget the people that you had already talked to before, went onto your website and things like that. And it's a great way to basically follow people around. So imagine someone went onto your website and after the fact, they saw you everywhere. When they turned, you're there. When they went somewhere, you're there. And that's what these retargeting ads can do for you, right? And the nice part with these is, I'm not going to go super detailed into this, but you can customize it to anything, right? So like if they go on your website, but they go on the vinyl fence page, right? You can show them, because it'll know that they were on the vinyl fence page. You can show them all content regarding vinyl fences. The other thing for following up the ads featuring their testimonials and for consultations, estimates, and things like that. If you have a video testimonial like that about a small dog, you're going out to a property, and the reason why you're going out there is because they have an issue with their fence because the dog's really small or is a puppy or whatever. And you show that not only that you can solve that problem for them, but you've done it in the past and you did such a great job that this person was willing to do a video testimonial for you, your chances of booking the job are just exponentially higher. So again, why this works, what happens a lot of times with these types of content, if you're making something that evokes some kind of emotion, whether good or bad, it's going to get you talked about. And obviously they say, all press is good press. Obviously, that's not 100% true. Like, you don't want to be going off saying some crazy stuff. But if you can get into things where it gets people to, comment on the post and things like that, it makes a huge, difference for you. And then the last thing is turning passive viewers into real customers. So the other nice part about this, like in this strategy, and again, it's just trying to provide as much value as you possibly can. So the next thing is to repurpose it, okay? So the next way you can do this is by repurposing this content, right? So it's not all about just taking this one video, posting it or running in an ad or anything like that. What you can do is then turn it into different forms of content, because everyone's different, right? And I do the same thing. So, I might post a video, but I'm also going to run an email campaign, right? So I'm going to do, it might be about solving a particular problem, right? So if it's like how to get more leads, something like this, right? Well, what's going to happen is I'm not just posting this video on YouTube and leaving it as is. What I can do is take the core concept of this video, I can put it in an email format and say, give them like the 3 quick highlights. And it's like, look, if you would like to learn more, click this link below, which is then going to get them into watching that video. And you can do the same thing. And this is kind of similar to like what I was talking about before, is that you take the video, and this is where you're sending like text messages and things before you go out to the estimate. And then it's where you can also take this content and just think where everyone is. So it's not all just about Facebook or YouTube, but it's like, what about Instagram? What about email marketing? What about whatever it may be? You can even leverage this in your local advertising. So if you're still doing like billboards or print advertising or things like that, you can do something like a QR code, and which links to your website with all these videos. And that's where we put most of our videos, and that's where it made the biggest difference, is because then we could constantly, people are going to the website, they're looking at the videos and things like that, then they're calling us. Or it's like, again, with these emails, it's like, hey, if you're considering vinyl fence and you're not sure if you want to do that or a cedar fence, we actually did this really great in-depth article on our website. So that's where you're taking like that video, you can get AI to transcribe that for you or yourself or whatever, and then end up doing a blog post for that, which then is going to allow you to show up more in the search results. So you can do a lot of stuff with this, right? And so why this works. It's the same as the other stuff. It's just a more of a holistic approach. So imagine this as if you've ever had an issue and you went to the doctor, and this is the one thing I hate about doctors, is that I go in, and if I go to my family doctor, I'm like, hey, I'm having this problem, and they're like, all right, take this pill. And it's like, well, why am I having this issue, right? And so this is where a lot of times now I'll go to like a functional doctor. So it's like, if I'm having this issue, it's like, well, what's causing that issue? Is there something going on here that's causing this to happen, right? And so this is kind of like the same concept, is that you are, again, this whole thing is not just to post something, get a leads immediately. Obviously, that's what we're hoping for. But the goal is to create a holistic approach, so that way you're never feeling like you need more leads ever again, that you're constantly dealing with price shoppers or tire kickers, or always competing with just a random guy in a pickup truck. Because when you do something like this, it allows you, because of being seen everywhere and everything else, it's building up that credibility. It's getting more and more and more people knowing who you are, which is absolutely huge. It's what you need, and it's what the biggest companies are able to do. With these 5 strategies, this is where it's really going to make the biggest impact in your business. And again, it's not going to be like right this second, but I promise you, if you keep on doing this over and over and over again, the difference in your life is going to be astronomical. If you start implementing this today, just keep on consistently doing it, these little videos here and there, and then posting them, or running a few bucks on ads, or putting them in text messages before you go out to estimates and things like that. By the end of the year, you're gonna wonder why you didn't do this before. So I hope you enjoyed, and check out other content. And if you're not on our email list, I would highly suggest signing up. So there should be a link below in the description for you. Sign up. It gives you access to videos like this that we're posting. It'll be letting you know you'll be one of the first ones to know that we have these videos coming out, or when I have these random ideas and things that we're running. Check it out, get signed up. It's only helpful information. I really don't, my goal, like I tell you here, is to provide as much value as I possibly can. So hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.